Just before we get into a weekend sports preview, man, I'm sure that rugby fans are very, very excited to see our local teams returning to the Super Rugby stage. Now, man, Brett up and Josie went to head and spend some time with the Blue Bulls to find out how they are feeling about this year's Super Rugby season.
The 2018 Super Rugby season is finally upon us, but this year we see the competition being cut down to 15 teams. 4 of those are from South Africa. We have the Sharks from Durban, the Bulls from Pretoria, the Lions from Johannesburg, and the Stormers from Cape Town, all of which are fighting for international glory. The Bulls are one of the most successful franchises in Super Rugby history, but in the past few years we have not been seeing them play to their fullest potential. This year we see John Mitchell take over the reins as head coach, and changes seem to be imminent.
The Bulls announced a group of 38 players who are hoping to revive the fortunes at Loftus Versfeld with a good mix of youth and experience for this Super Rugby campaign.
Pre-season, we've still got another 2 weeks before we play the Canes, so we're in a different situation to other teams who are starting this weekend. And yeah, we've now got just about everyone on the same timeline because we've obviously had test player returns and also the Japanese returns as well, so everyone's on the same timeline now.
Pre-season's been tough. I must say, coming from Japan, it's been a challenge coming out of a season directly into another pre-season, but I've been enjoying it.
Pre-season's really been going great. I mean, a great bunch of young guys coming through, and it's a whole lot of excitement and a whole buzz here at Loftus. And I think, yeah, we've prepared so well, training in both lightning, rain and sun. So we've actually ticked the boxes coming to where they are.
Whether you're selected or not selected, everyone's got to be prepared and ready. So yeah, that's the way we approach things. So it doesn't matter where you sit. In the selection process, you've still got a role to play in order to help the team win its race on the weekend.
The biggest change to Super Rugby is that 15 teams will now compete in a 3-conference format, which also affects the team's travel schedule.
It's a stronger format, I think. Yeah, it'll create its greater demands. Your away trip always is a lengthy trip for us from this side, but we've actually only got 3 games away. We've got Friday night fixtures as well for 2 of them, so short preparations allows you to get your focus quickly, and we also get some recovery on the return trip coming home. So we're more than happy with our schedule.
The new format also means there's more inter-conference rivalry and the fixture list is better balanced, which should give rugby fans more competitive action on the field.
The Super Rugby is great to be a part of such a competition is because we are playing against the best players in the world, and you can also compare yourself to where you are as a rugby player against them. And every team is bringing their best every weekend, so it's a huge honor to play in the Super Rugby.
The Bulls kick off their Super Rugby campaign on 24 February against the Hurricanes at Loftus, and only time will tell if the Pretoria-based team can return to their former glory.